another long day, heavy on my mind. Got a lot to say, but I'm running out of time. Everybody smiling, they don't know the way. So I hear a call, let it all escape. No filters, no fake, no saving face. Just truth in my voice in a quiet place. If you feel the same, yeah, you're not alone. Pull up a chair, make yourself at home. Welcome to my van space, where the walls don't judge me. I can let it all out, every scar, every ugly. If your heart feels tense, hey, you're in the right place. Say it loud, say it soft. Welcome to my van space. Ooh, yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Welcome back to my vent space.
Welcome back to her vent space.
Welcome to my vent space with Arity. This is a sacred space for truth, healing, and becoming. Here we vent, we reflect, and we rise. In this episode, what?
4 part 2.
Yeah, to
What
our
the last time?
to our story. Yeah. Okay. I want to before we jump into our story, I definitely want to say that, you know, there has been a lot of ups and downs to our journey, right? And right, and our journey doesn't define us or make us who we are, right? A lot of the situations that people go through or that we're in, you're stronger than and you can overcome and achieve anything you actually put your mind to. But yes, so
What's the saying? Is not what you go through, is what you grow through.
it's what you grow through. Exactly. It's how you grow through things. And I guess like on our last episode, we pretty much stopped at like after high school, after graduation, becoming adults,
College,
right? Where life really became heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like we was really out here in the trenches doing these things, and neither one of us was really prepared for what that looked like. So here we go, and yeah, I would say like after high school, pretty much honestly for me, I was super ready just to be free. Being 18 and, being by myself, and I had my husband, my boyfriend at the time, actually. And,
I wanted to be husband because I asked her to marry me a couple times by then.
and, so basically what happened is that I know, like, we started, I moved out. First of all, I moved out at the age of like 17, 18-ish,
It was like 18.
like 18. I was graduating, starting college, So, yeah, that was a whole ordeal of just becoming my own. No one really wanted me to leave. That was so crazy. Do you remember that? Like, everybody was so upset at me. Oh, girl. But, we just I had to continue to follow my heart and do what I wanted to do. What I was led to do, whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, my grandparents was ready for me to get my own stuff out the house and everything. They got my room prepared for my little cousin and everything. It was like, yep, nope, you out now, you ain't coming back.
Right.
Now, if I needed to, probably, but nah, you ain't coming back.
So we ended up like I moved out and I moved in with a friend of mine's, and I lived with her for maybe a couple of months, and then we ended up getting our own apartment, our first apartment.
Willow Trace.
Willow Trace, and that was really amazing. That was super fun, super prepared. We had
First
everything.
townhouse. We was excited.
Yeah. We had
Yeah.
everything we needed and more to be prepared for this journey. And yeah, so how did you feel?
We was so anxious and so ready to kind of like go ahead and start our own journey, start our own things. Now once bills started hitting, it was a different story because hey, adulthood is adulthood. You don't really see everything that adults go through until you actually got to go through it.
Right, because who really prepared you
Yeah.
for it? Nobody.
Man.
Just
But man, I remember like moving into our first townhouse. We was really excited for the stairs, and that first journey alone taught us that we don't really like stairs in the house.
I know, right?
Man,
It'd be
it
the
was
simple
crazy.
things, right?
Simple things.
But we love nice things. That's one thing about us. We really hold nice things close to us. No matter what it is. People call us the bougie friends, honestly. But yeah. So basically, hmm. Like during that time of living by herself, like I'm really trying to remember. I know for a fact that like I was working with Young Life. Young Life helped me a lot. I became a leader slash mentor for them, and that was super amazing. I was working a lot in the community with the kids. I enjoy doing it. If you know me, I love kids and love being a part and leading. What were you doing? You were just still doing the military, right?
Yep, I was still in the reserves doing the military, so of course, once a month, twice during the summer, I was doing that, and I also was working at the time. At that time, I was working at Omni, and then also Fry Masters for like I think a week and a half. That lasted. I was trying to, pull off the morning job and overnight job at the same time, and it didn't work out. But yeah, at that point, it was literally like, yeah, it's okay to work two jobs, but you definitely got to have that time to, balance out two jobs and life going on because, being tired, coming straight home after working like two shifts back to back and only getting like, 3-4 hours of sleep before you have to go right back into the next shift, it was draining. It was completely draining. So yeah, learned my lesson there.
Yeah. I remember one of the biggest challenges that we came across getting our first apartment, moving out like as adults, was when we got the call that day about our kitchen.
Right. So with that first apartments, we was like, I think we went to Granny's house and we were spending some time over there. Everything just fine. Spent some time over at a Granny's house, and in the middle of us spending time, having a good time and everything, enjoying it, we got a call from the apartments, and they're letting us know that the fire department had to kick our door down because our kitchen caught on fire. So the reason why we was at a granny house to begin with is because all the power went out in the whole complex and everything, and we just wanted to go somewhere with actual electricity and everything. We was about to cook dinner and all, so like,
Yeah.
hey, we hungry. We got to get somewhere that
We
we can
still
actually
wanted to
cook.
keep the boat rolling, whatever,
Right,
the ball
right.
rolling,
Just didn't want to sit there with the lights out.
and hot.
Man. But definitely came back seeing what was going on. It was a grease fire because, like I said, it was getting ready to cook. So grease was already on the stove, but the stove wasn't turned on or anything. It was some kind of electrical short or something going on. Something sparked on the stove and actually, made the stuff go up into flames. And just like the whole part where the stove was burnt all up. And luckily it didn't go to like the rest of the house, but it definitely made everything kind of smoke out. Like the whole house was full of like smoke and soot like around the top of the roof and all at like everything.
One thing I remember is like being so like overwhelmed and emotional, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The only thing I could think of doing was calling the apartment manager and being like, truthful, honest, like, we left and we came back. They kicked down the door. The apartment was on fire, whatever. And she was like, wait, this is why y'all have renters insurance. It's okay. And I was like, I thought we was about to get in trouble, y'all. What was about to happen?
Which was a breath of relief for us.
Yeah.
But, actually getting them to get the ball rolling to actually
Mm-hmm.
clean the smoke smell out and the
Mm-hmm.
soot and everything that was around. It was hell because
Yeah.
nobody actually wanted to take accountability to actually pay for the things that need to get done.
Yeah.
So insurance was on the apartments, it's y'all responsibility since it wasn't a natural accident. Something was going on with faulty wiring, so it was supposed to be on the apartments, but the apartments was no, insurance got to cover it. They have to do it. Long story short, we ended up moving out before they even got it, fixed and everything. And the crazy part is those apartment managers literally, end up getting replaced. They end up having new management, revamping the whole apartment and everything. So you can tell what was going on over there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I would say after that, we pretty much moved in with a friend. And that experience was cool. But again, you got to remember that at this time, we're very young. We're 18, 19 years old, so we're trying to live life and figure out who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Who we are.
Right.
A lot of partying, a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, stuff like that, just.
So definitely in school, trying to balance the at school life with, the party life and everything. And ultimately the party life won. So yeah.
No, it did not win.
At that time period, it won.
That's not really who we were, so it didn't stick to us for real.
Of course.
We did get pregnant for the first time during that time, and I had a miscarriage. That was our first baby. It was pretty much like a chemical pregnancy,
That's what they determined it as, but I know for sure that she was showing pregnant for a good couple weeks for sure beforehand. So I feel like she was definitely pregnant.
So yeah, we had a chemical pregnancy, and that was a lot. Grieving process was a lot, but we got through it. We didn't sit in it. We was able to continue to move forward. It was sad, it was depressing, but we kept trying again.
Yep, we didn't let it stop us. We just kept on, moving on with life. We grieved for our time period that we need to grieve for, and
it didn't stop us.
Got back to the grind.
Right. So, living with our friend, that didn't last that long. We're kind of moving into the year of 2020 now, and we ended up moving into a new apartment. Like I said, it was pandemic time. We ended up we were working at the same place, Enterprise. And I just remember, oh my goodness, I remember just how it was getting the news of being laid off, right? So basically...
So even though we worked at the same, place, we worked at different locations.
Yeah.
So she worked at the downtown branch. I worked at, one of the main branches over here in Bossier. The GM came to us first and told us earlier that day, soon as we was, starting to shift, that, COVID is here. Everything can shut down. If you're not, a salesman on the inside... Deuces.
You ain't tell me nothing about this either. So
and I did for sure. God dang it, for sure. There's no lady. There's no man that's married. God dang it, and
you weren't married at the time, but whatever.
Was we not married at the time?
No,
not yet. Not yet. Still, even boyfriend. God dang it. There's no way that I'm at home and I'm supposed to be work. We both work at the same time, same shift, and I'm off and you're not. Type. Come on now. You got some kind of explanation is going on.
Whatever.
There's no way we work for the same company and I get laid off and I'm not for the ask and see if you laid off so I can come get you. Make it make sense. But I know for sure I told her, because just thinking back about it, literally the same day we got laid off, leaving work, our brakes went out in the car. Completely out. I'm literally going down the road, trying to pump the dang on brakes, trying to stop it and everything. And, I don't even know how I got it to stop. I think I just put it in neutral and something. I don't know. But I ended up driving it up to Mavis, I think, at the time when it was open. And literally spent our last $400 or $500 to get the brakes fixed.
Yeah. So
and just got laid off.
Right. That was so crazy. Yeah. So pretty much the whole day I had to work pretty much the rest of my shift. And I remember one of my coworkers was just like, did he tell you yet? Did he tell you? And I was like, no. Manager was like, he was gonna wait for the GM to come in and he was gonna tell me. And I'm like, the whole day I was feeling like, I was like, what is going on? What's going on?
Yeah, she knew what was going on.
I ain't know what was going on. I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I know for sure. She doesn't remember the story. But
anyways, I know I had to work the full day, so So eventually he came in.
Day,
right?
Like, literally.
He came in, and pretty much at the end of the day, he was like, I advise you to apply for unemployment. I'm like, unemployment? What is this? I don't want no unemployment, whatever, you know, not knowing, because he was saying pretty much that, like, it's not only our enterprise, it's everywhere, worldwide,
right.
you know.
Franchise.
That was crazy, you guys. I didn't
it didn't
really
crazier at the moment, just thinking back about it.
Yeah.
I remember she went ahead and like right on and signed up for the unemployment and everything. So she started getting like, you know, that extra incentive and everything off dump.
Mm-hmm.
Me being stubborn, like, you know, I'm never without a job for too long, you know.
It's
even though
happen.
COVID's going on, I'm gonna find a dang on job. You know, I'm gonna find work.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is pretty much shut down and only essential workers were actually working.
Right.
So of course finding a job during COVID
That was so crazy.
Yeah, almost non-existent. So literally I think a month going past, and you know, at this point I'm like, you know, realizing that most jobs
okay, I want some money too.
So hey, I signed up for unemployment too, you know. Shoot, money start rolling in.
Right. I remember we ended up getting pregnant with our second baby at the time. Well, you know, the first baby,
right.
We had a miscarriage, and you know,
correction,
that baby was never birthed, but our
our
actual first birth baby,
mm-hmm.
right? We got pregnant with her, and I mean, 2020 was heavy. It was a great year, but it was so heavy. We got married, we had a baby. We also got laid off, pandemic, whatever, you know, so it was crazy. It was a lot of different transitions, but I am so grateful for the support that we had through it all. You know, our family came through. It was super amazing during the time.
Man, it was definitely a godsend. For sure.
Yeah.
It was needed.
Yeah.
Man, it was so stressful.
I remember, like, for our wedding, like, it was so intimate and small. We got married at a church, literally.
Still during COVID time, so... literally only had a certain number of people that we can invite, so we was literally just kind of racking our brains on like who actually is like essential or not even really essential. It's like who's really the main.
I think less than 50 people could be there, you know.
It was crazy because it's like, I know for sure the church that we got married at, it can hold like 3 times as much people that we invited,
right.
But due to the COVID rules and everything, if it's under a certain square footage or something, you know, everybody had to be spaced out. You can't be right next to each other, right up under each other. So that was a whole headache and ordeal on its own. So for sure, I think we invited about a good, I don't even think it was 50 people, like a good 40, probably 30 something, like people that actually could attend and actually be there. It was crazy.
And I'm grateful for the support, for the people who did show up, you know, and for the people who even wanted to be there but couldn't show up, you know. I'm grateful for you also.
The family was mad. He was like, why y'all didn't invite me? Well,
it's nothing personal.
You couldn't.
We're gonna run it back, you know. Sure. So basically, yeah, I mean, you know, during that year it was super, I don't know, stressful, really figuring out everything. But like I said, the support for it all, the guidance for it all was amazing, you know, because we got to figure out everything, the flowers, the dresses, the suits, the this, the that, me being pregnant, us planning out gender reveals and baby showers, and all the plans, guys, all the plans. That was a lot. That was a lot. Oh my gosh, I was so happy when it was over, but I was so ready for each and every moment.
Right before the wedding.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, pretty much, yeah. How did you know that you wanted to marry me?
I've been like since probably right after high school. I think I've asked her about 3-4 times. Well, I think 3 times, like right after high school. One time, like right after like starting college, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know for sure, like that last time, she was actually kind of ready and finally said yes. But I've been. I think since we first got together, I knew for sure this is the woman I was supposed to be with.
Really?
Like just seeing her.
Really? Even when I close the door in your face?
Love at first sight.
Even when I just close it, like, you know, even when you hit the ball hit me in the face.
Right in the head.
Yeah.
It was like, boop, yep, that's mine.
How funny. Oh my goodness. But for me, I guess, like I said, because we recently talked about this also. So for me, it was definitely like that aha moment of me like, okay, this is gonna be my husband for real. Like he said, he asked me countless of times before, you know, are we gonna get married? Do you want to get married? Whatever, you know, what we doing, Tyria, you know. And I just wasn't sure, you know, like, you know, what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be, you know. So
me being the person I am, how can I help you be sure?
So I remember us really having this intimate conversation when we was staying with with my old coworker when I first moved out, Sam, and pretty much. Hold on.
Excuse our baby.
I know, right? Y'all hear it, don't it? But pretty much, I remember us having an intimate moment, really laying down and not being able to finish the conversation, honestly, about like, are we getting married or not?
Yeah, we had to go
but,
save somebody.
You know, we pretty much pleaded our heart out to each other. I love you, and this is what I want. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and you know, let's do this. You know,
so of course that was the go ahead for me to start making plans. So yeah.
So pretty much our conversation ended up getting interrupted, and we had to go help a friend out. And when we did come back to the conversation, it just didn't feel the same. So we kind of just like, you know, we just didn't really talk about it again until, you know.
And of course,
I don't think we really talked about it again for real. Like you said, we just started making plans.
Started making plans.
So
I started making plans.
Yeah, I remember he took me ring shopping. You know.
Well, I took her looking for rings and everything, not letting her know exactly what it was for. So we looked at a couple different jewelry. So that was super fun. Actually, I think I bought her a first set of pearls and everything, pearl necklace, pearl earrings. And, you know, she's not a diamond person, so she like other types of gems and everything. So
I do.
Tells a story.
Yeah.
But man, it was something.
Yeah. So, dang, I guess like
custom made and everything specifically for you. Like,
yeah, custom made.
It was a custom ring.
I remember like going to church, and the day that you proposed to me, like we was literally on the way back from church, and I was hungry. I was pregnant, probably like 6 months, and you know, ready to get home and eat or go find somewhere to eat at. And you know, I'm thinking one thing, we finna go eat it, so why does Maine take me home? Oh no, you got me. No.
So I'm trying to be all intimate and trying to get ready for the proposal and everything, because I knew what I had planned. Like I literally had the ring in my pocket the whole day, just
really?
You know, letting it marinate and everything. And she literally pissed me off in the car.
That is some movie stuff.
Man. Like I'm over here just, you know, funneling with the ring in my pocket, and she's just over here, you know,
just going ham.
You know, it was something. It was something.
I got big emotions. I told you guys.
She was pregnant, so it was like I had to kind of look over a lot of things. It's like, look, I know this is the one I want to be with, and I know how she is, but she's a little hangry right now. Couldn't take it too personal, so it was like, man.
I remember going into the house when we did make it home, because he ended up taking
stuff still.
Took off my wig. I ain't have my locks and stuff. Took off my clothes.
Keep in mind, we was only at the house for less than a minute. She went in the room. I got on one knee, called her back out. Literally, no wig, no dress, nothing. A birthday suit, just everything off. I'm like, God.
Hold that thought. Like, let me go put something on real quick. Now start over. Get down. Do it again. Now play action.
Man.
Yeah, no, just kidding.
It was so funny.
It was so funny. But
it was great.
No, like I love my husband. I so love my husband. So of course, you know, I had to check myself when he called my name in a nice sweet way. You know, I knew I had to check myself. You know, so I was like, okay, what does May want? You know, come out here.
She so hit me with my eyes like, what you want?
Yeah.
Until she actually realized what was going on. It's like, okay, hold on, wait, be right back.
You're so funny.
Man.
He is so funny, y'all. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so boom, that was that. Like, we got married.
It's funny. I'm sorry to cut you off, but man,
Yeah.
you should have been there to see it. Like, she started crying and everything. And I don't even know if it was just the emotions from the pregnancy, the fact that she was about to ruin it, just being pissed off, or it was genuine just happiness of the proposal.
All the above.
All the above.
Tyree have big emotions. I really do.
But it was something, man.
I do. I'm so in tune with myself, you guys. Like, and I have
It was a
always
beautiful
been. But okay, so yeah, we got married. You know, done deal. Like, we figured it out. The support was amazing. The plans came together. It was super stressful, but it happened. You know, we were still pregnant. I was like 7 months pregnant walking down the aisles. Ow, you guys. So when we said I do, we not too long afterwards we had our baby girl November 2nd.
Yep.
So
Married in September, so
yeah. So even with that, I had a C-section, and again, that year the support was amazing. My husband, my family, my brother, like everybody that needed to be there in my life to help us along our journey, it happened, you know. And we were first-time parents. How did that feel?
I enjoyed it. You know, I'm not one to, run away from a challenge. I was ready for it, you know. It was definitely some tough times, especially, since we had her via C-section and everything. The recovery process was definitely long and kind of, tedious, but hey, I was there. Any way I could be, I was there.
So, I don't do well on medications and, just under the influences of things. So like I needed help so bad during that time, and my husband definitely was right there by my side, like from helping me get in and out the shower to like feeding the baby when I couldn't, from me like falling asleep while holding her, stuff like that. Like, he was always there to just pick up my slack, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you, bruh. I'm so grateful for you. I love you, man. But
Love you too.
he's great. Through everything we've been through, we've always went in one way and came out even stronger at the end. And we've learned so many lessons with each child, And I'm super grateful for our journey. And our journey is just the beginning. Like, it's not even over yet, But like I said in the beginning, our challenges, our trials, our obstacles does not define us and who we are. It's just who we're becoming and who we're meant to be, And yeah, so that's our spiel for this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that you guys was able to join us for another episode. So
Join us again for part 3.
Right. So as this space closes, take what resonated, leave what didn't. Trust your knowing. You are becoming exactly who you're meant to be. And as I always say, I love you. I love me. My name is Arity. Peace.
Peace.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.